was to hook up with all of the home builders. And I basically said to him, here's what you need to do. Find out how much commission they make on upselling stuff in the house and make sure your commission is twice as high. You have a sales force that you don't have to pay for, and all you're going to do is take a portion of your net profit, do no advertising, and have no overhead and cost. Does that sound like a good business proposition to you guys? I needed to build my business. And remember I told you I had left the hospital and now I'm trying to be a consultant and I'm young. So Snowbird Ski Resort, have you guys ever heard of them? Watch all the stuff I just talked to you guys about. I know someone who knows someone at Snowbird Ski Resort. So I call him up and I said, hey, do you know this person? You know, can you get me connected? And I went and did a training class for their small business at no charge because I had time and not money. They referred me to the person at Snowbird. I get to talk to the human resource manager at Snowbird. I said to him, listen, I have a series of things that I do presentations on, and here's the 10 things I do presentations on. I can do a keynote, I can do a half day, I can do a full day, and I live right here in Salt Lake City. Sometimes I know you have conventions where they need a speaker, they need a last-minute person or something cancels out. I'd like you guys to consider me. But to make it real, what I'd like to do is I'd like to offer you, break even on the front end, get them on the back end, a 2-day leadership workshop retreat using your facilities. You guys could take some pictures and then use this to help market your facilities and what you have. At the end of the time, the seminar is $35,000, $3,500, it wasn't $35,000, $3,500. If this is worth it, you pay me the money, and if it wasn't the best you've ever been to, free and no obligation. So I did. They loved it. I said, now I've earned credibility, right? And I got $3,500. Made me very happy and my wife. I then said, why don't we work with your salespeople? Because who's going to have to sell my stuff? The leadership team or the salespeople? So it doesn't really help me to have the leadership team there except to get their credibility and backing. So I go to the sales team and I say, I tell you what, and I found out that the most that they made when they sold any amenities or upsells, the most that they made was $200. Guess what the commission for selling one of my talks was? $400. Now, you're talking to a client, you're looking to make your car payment at the end of the month, and you're a salesperson at Snowbird, and you could sell a horseback ride for $200 or me for $400. What are you pushing? Yeah. Do you know that I got First Credit Suisse, Seafirst Bank Boston, IBM? I had no business being a consultant to those places. But because of Snowbird, because I formed a host-beneficiary relationship and it created a way for them to cross-sell and upsell, I expanded my portfolio. And in my first 2 years, I had worked with more people than some major high-end MBA-type people do. And I'm not even that good. That's the best part about this. You don't even have to be that good. You just have to actually do something. I mean, come on. Some of you guys have heard my stories and you're like, damn, he gets overpaid. I know you said that. It's okay. You can be honest. You're amongst friends. Point of sale promotions, again, in any industry, in any situation that they're in, but not check off the box. Yeah, I got my point of sale thing, you know, I picked this up and put it in here. Is it engaging? Is it three-dimensional, not two-dimensional? Can you make it real? Again, I told you General Motors is one of my clients. Dealership up in Kirtland, Washington, right outside of Seattle. Do you know how when you buy a truck, sometimes people like to put accessories on it, you know, side steps, bigger wheels, and everything else? And the typical dealership will have like a, especially if you're a man, if you're a woman, you don't, you know, you get the leather seats and you're happy and life is good. They'll put a wall of accessories on there. Now, if you're not used to seeing accessories and you looked at those, would you even know what a side step boom toe ladder is? No. So what he would do is he took every accessory and paid a computer geek from the University of Washington about $2,000 to come in and write a program where it put a picture of each one of them up on the screen. And so once you selected the vehicle, you could click on this wheel and it would put those rims up there. The average transaction increase in accessory sales was 2,500%. It's not just a point of sale. It is a three-dimensional, interactive, engage them, make it real for them so they have the ability to pull that up and go through. We just don't have time for these. These are all really great ideas. Feel free to read them. We don't have time to get to them. Got to tell you guys, there's only so much, you know, we're down to 15 minutes left here. So developing a back end of products so you can go back and sell customers more money. I'll give you another classic example of this. How many of you guys have ever heard of a product called Icy Hot? Icy Hot originally was a boutique little brand. And it was owned by a company that was family owned, and the family was the dad was retiring, and they were looking to, get out of the business. Jay Abraham, the guy I was telling you about, was working with them. And Jay, they had a pretty loyal group. In other words, the average repurchase rate for Icy Hot was 8 times. And their major market were old men and women with bad arthritis that would use it because it helped them out and they liked it. And the average person, if they bought it once, bought 8 more times. So what Jay did was he bought the company and the product from this guy, and then he went to a whole series of catalog mailers, because this is like in the late 70s through the early 80s. And you know that in a catalog, certain pages are worth more than others. Like if you open at the middle of the fold, to be on that page costs more than to be further in the back. And so what he did is he went to each of the 8 major catalog salespeople and he said, hey, I have a great proposition for you. I have this product called Icy Hot. It's really great. People love it. I want you to put it in your catalog, but I want you to put it on the very best page. And I got to tell you, though, I'm not going to pay you anything for the advertising. I want you to do it. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have them send the money to you for each product. And I want you to take the cost of the product and send it to me, and the money for it, and you keep the profit. It's so much dollars per bottle, and then just send me the name, address, and email of the people. Okay, credit card numbers, name, address, credit card company of it. Now, the guys are like, oh, let me get this right. You want me to put your product in, I get to collect the money, I get to keep the profit, and all you want me to do is send to you the cost of the product so that you can cover your manufacturing costs and the name and the credit card, and that's it. They go, absolutely. They said, no problem. 7 out of 8 said yes. Why is this a smart deal for Jay? How many times do they reorder? 18. So as soon as Jay gets the credit card number, name, and address, what does he have? They used to make about $3 a pop. So he gave away the first $3, so they broke even, right? Just got his manufacturing costs. And the next 7, so each customer was worth $21. How much money did he spend out of his pocket? Do you understand where I'm going with this from a marketing standpoint of what you need to get done? Endorsing other people's products to your list. Do you guys have customers? Are there businesses that would like access to your customers? Because they have symbiotic or synergistic products. Sell it to them. Do you realize if your customers aren't buying from you, they might buy from somebody else? You could sell your list. Better than that, you can trade lists so that they can market to your people, you can market to their people, and now you have endorsed marketing as you go through. We don't have time to go over these. Those are all really great ideas. You should try them sometime. This part is important. It's impossible for you to make a quality decision about your business unless you know the lifetime value of a customer. If I look at the Icy Hot, what's the lifetime value of an Icy Hot customer if I make $3 per jar and they buy 8 times? What's the lifetime value? 24. Good math. Stay with me. It's all right. Now, if it's a customer is worth $24, how much money could you spend acquiring a customer and still be profitable? $23.95, right? So to give away $3, it sounds weird, right, to give away all your profit? How many of you guys would give away 3 to make 21? Do you understand why it's so important to know how many customers you have, how often do they repurchase, and what's the average cost of the transaction? When you know those, you can make compelling, important decisions about your pricing, your product, and your